Alright, well, we had a few things here. Oh, hobo cop. Was it a mistake to do this? Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures, but who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar, the old l'Assommoir, to the pier or the sewers, to Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts, I can't speak, the long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Anakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last. Reveals extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map. More money from selling tear. Learning cap for shivers raised to 6. Right, well, good question. How do I unlock more now? So we've got, I can't do that, and I think I'll save that for if I need +2 empathy with Kim at some point. Yeah, I've noticed it's, I wonder if it was mainly written by French, or I don't know who the developer is, to be honest. They might be French and this has been translated, because although the English is excellent, there's just every now and then a little bit of dodgy grammar. So I feel like it was possibly translated from another thing, but yeah, definitely lots of French, which when I live in France, I should be able to speak better, but I'm failing the French words too. I see, the bow collector. So the -1 authority, -1 hand-eye coordination, and white morning. Well, can't do any of that until I can unlock these, which I don't know how to do yet. Alright, so reading the watermarks. Get in front of Kinema's headlines to read the Elysium watermarks in your ledger. Well, that's right here, so I might as well do that one. What have we got in here? Ledger of failure and hatred. We've also got blue oblong pen. That's new, because I stole it from Kitsuragi. Right, so if I was to use it, I would have +1 Inland Empire, +1 Empathy, -2 Authority. Why would having a ledger give me -2 Authority? I mean, ledgers give you like infinite authority. You walk up anywhere and you've got a clipboard in your hand, you can do anything. What is authority? Is this one of these? Here it is. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. Well, I'm not very intimidatory. We have a level up. What would I want to level up? What did I fail at some point? Was I doing savoir-faire? Don't know why I was doing savoir-faire. Lie and detect lies. I've already called for undercover cops. Thespians of the stage. Psychopaths. Okay. Can I do that? Oh, I see. I had to click on it. And that uses skill points. Gotcha. It's not clear to me exactly how many skill points I have. Oh, I see. Is that just one skill point? Right now, I have one skill point? Question mark? How would I know? Well, I'm going to unlock one of these just because I want to see how it goes. Done. And let's sparks fall like snow from the bow collector of streetcar number 42, slowly down the slope from Voyager Road and then east on the B206 across the river to where there are no closed factories or ruins, to study at the academy. Electrical cables run overhead and the bow collector draws across them like a musical instrument. Flash! She's standing at the room window, holding onto the rail in a spring coat, waving at you. Okay. In white morning, you see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object letting out a sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves! The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. I'm just going to do that one. I don't know why, but that's what I'm gonna do. What's this all about? Rhetoric, hey, psst! Who, me? Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. Again? Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before, they've built it before, hasn't really worked out yet, but neither has love. Should we just stop building love too? Yes, we should all stop building love. This conversation isn't really about love. Try to keep up, okay? This is about the communism you promised to build. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted. Is that true? How come there's word on the street? You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs, that kind of stuff. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it, you're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that, so tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder, or do we get right down to it? Wait first, what's this communism even about? Failure. It's about failure. Failure? Yes, abject failure, total irreversible defeat on all fronts, absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb stomped and pissed on, until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive, 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organised ruling class, towering city blocks of bank men who have the ears of prime ministers, million-headed armies of nations, and the love of your own mother. You, against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade. You know what, after a speech like that, yes, I am the last communist. Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those. Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs. Damn it. Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in the pristine air. Okay. That wasn't odd in the slightest. People think communism was some crazy, say, minus physical to calculus. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's been coming in clutch. People think communism was some great idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago, a fever that shook the world never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today, a spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism's still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from Oceanic Trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. It doesn't sound like a great idea, I'll have to say. Wait a minute. Alright, so hang on. These have given me pain threshold, all endurance white checks. What am I doing? Okay, so, alright, well, let's just read the watermarks. Go to the Kinnaman and turn on the lights. Inside, you see a set of steering levels, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and a soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights? He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out his key, and says, alright, ready. I turn, you press start, it's next to the preheater. Press engine start. The dashboard lights up with an orange glow. Rounds per minute. Okay. You're very loud, car. Rounds per minute gauges jump, and the engine of Kupriskinina comes to life with a whiny growl. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong too. This is a game that's meant to be read in your head, not read out loud. I have made a terrible mistake. Like a leopard walking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. Press the button labelled headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle. Where? There? There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now. How do I do this, I wonder? As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears, a street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. There she is, Revachol West. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no hundreds of micro-perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kinema's headlights. Wait, look around you. You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle. In the distance, sounds. Two men engaged in a drunken argument, followed by the closing of some distant window. Ah, matinees at night, he smells the air and says. Where are we on this? Let me see. He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it. Right here, he says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the Great Ocean. Seems like a shithole. It has its problems. Look at the perforation. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad, good size. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Count them individually. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why precisely. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforations. 3? That's it? That's it. Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RTM. They're your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. Right.